Friday on Rewatchers Council. That means just the one thing, I think. Now, we're going to talk a little Angel here on the program with yours truly, Monsieur Snark. And of course, why would we even bother talking about Angel if we didn't have Ferris Muthana? Ferris, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, Rob. I can't wait to talk about this episode. I quite enjoyed it.
I was going to say, what a palate cleansing episode. Fantastic stuff. This is a real good episode of Angel. It's something that, like, in even the universe of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, just something that's so nice. It's something that's like you can sit in and you go, oh, okay, great. Especially what's coming up later. Now, I was going to say, before we even started, it was like, welcome to Ferris and Snark talk the history of music. We got a little late going into here because we started getting into band. We got into band bios, which is a lot of fun. So we'll be making it up for you with Fredless here, season 3, episode 5. Original air date for this little particular show, October 22nd of 2001. It was written by Mir Smith. Good job from her. The last one she did was Over the Rainbow, the thing that starts the whole Pylea saga. And it's directed by Marita Grabiak. Now, this is the first of 5 she's going to do for Angel. She's also going to do a couple season 7 episodes of Buffy, including like the second last episode, which I think is End of Days, if I remember right. No, she goes on to direct episodes of just too many things to list, but let's do a couple here. First of all, of course, she's going to do Firefly and Dollhouse. To stay under the umbrella as it was. ER, Smallville, Battlestar Galactica, Gilmore Girls, Lost, Law and Order, SVU, Bones. Knows a couple of people with that. She's going to do a ton of those Hallmark movies. So I'm sure she's had to spend time here in Winnipeg. We're like the capital of those Hallmark Christmas movies for some reason. And also,
How's Vancouver?
Winnipeg does tons of these things. Tons. It's constantly going. I'm sure Vancouver does too. Canada just.
I just know because the way you describe the weather. Sometimes I'm like, how can one film
snow? We got snow for winter wonderland kind of
stuff.
No,
I know that, but like the way you describe the snow, Rob, it's like it's not winter wonderland, it's winter terrorland. You know what I mean?
It can be. It for sure can be.
Yeah, so I was like,
there isn't too many people doing outside shoots in the end of January.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a time you can go do it.
Because like if you're
it's just Winnipeg, like you all get the same tax credit.
Yeah.
But Winnipeg is just so cheap compared to Vancouver.
Yeah, because
Vancouver can be 5 times as much.
Like I know they want snow, but like, if let's say like they're filming in December, man, you're not gonna film outside. That's not happening.
Global warming has done weird things to the climate here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say so. Sometimes you can get away with. There was snow, I believe, is at the end of May or beginning of June.
Oh yeah,
a little bit. We had crazy stuff. So not on the ground, it just happened.
Yeah.
So the last couple of things I have to say that she's done because she also does that goddamn 911 show that you like, and I think the most recent thing on her IMDb, 911 Nashville. The one that has like a fire tornado in the commercial. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget it.
So she stays in the family, really. She stays in the family. Tim Minear. You know what I mean?
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot all about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tim Minear is one of the producers of those 911 shows.
Angel has its fingers very long.
Yeah. So he's. But then you said Firefly and
Firefly,
and what else?
Dollhouse,
Bones. You said Bones. So David Boreanaz. Mm-hmm. And then you also said Smallville. I don't know if that's in the family. I don't know.
Oh, what did Stephen S. DeKnight do? Was he Smallville?
I know he's so you said his name yesterday and I realized like that's the Peaky Blinders Spartacus guy. That's the Peaky Blinders Spartacus. Yeah. That's him. And then you said I don't know is Battlestar Galactica in the family? Maybe I don't know.
I have no idea. We could do like a family tree.
Yeah,
To the Vampire Slayer and see what
like,
happens
yeah.
one day when we start wrapping everything up or whatever. Those are the kind of things we'll do.
We know all the 911s are there because Tim Minear is the offspring of angels, so those are going to be on there, and so is Bones. Does Bones count? Because Boreanaz, I think he counts.
I think like the Arrowverse stuff. There's something about Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff with that.
I know that's all Greg Berlanti. I know that.
Right. Yeah, I think there's something about it too, but I can't remember off the top of my head because we're going back years now that we've been doing this. And although I might look like I'm aging in reverse, Ferris, it might look, and that I'm a spry 22-year-old man. And I am, in fact,
that's 22 years.
What? Come on. I'll take it. No, I'll take it. I'll take the 22. End of conversation. Yeah. Ferris is exactly right. Okay. Guest star alerts for Fredless, Gary Grubbs, and Jennifer Griffin Grubbs. That's a team. That's a team right there.
That's the one of the best precinct detective duos in NYPD Blue or some nonsense like that.
Griff Grubbs.
Yeah. I'm Griff, that's Grubbs.
The wholesome detective agency. I like it. Maybe they should have shut off as well. I would have watched this. I could have watched their parents for another 144 episodes. I wouldn't care. I would have been fine with it. Yeah, of course, they're going to be Fred's parents, or Roger and Trish Burkle. Jennifer was in I would say, highly underrated Perfect World movie. That one with Kevin Costner, where he kind of kidnaps a Jehovah's boy or whatever on Halloween and stuff like that. Fantastic stuff. She's also in Boyhood. She's also currently in that, I think it's Prime, that has that 40 Dates in 40 Nights movie coming out. Bubblegum Baloney. I'm sure some people have watched it.
Nah, I don't know.
It be meh. Anyways, Gary, a face I've seen a thousand times.
Yeah. He's you know that Rob. I think you told me that. You remember that documentary? You said, "Oh, I know this." I think the title was like, "Oh, I know that guy."
Yeah, right.
He's. I've seen him. I know that guy. Like I've seen him.
Yeah, There's one thing that Buffy Vampire Slayer universe does well, and that's pick up fantastic character actors, even if it's just for one episode and stuff like that. It's good stuff. Let's see, X-Files movie, JFK, of course, he's been in Bones, Criminal Minds, The OC, NCIS. He had an 11-episode run on Will and Grace as well. He was basically a show regular for a season. So there you go. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Let's go talk about Fredless now. What thing you want to say about this episode? We've already expressed our mutual admiration for it. It's almost like, is this the most wholesome episode of Angel or Buffy that we're ever going to get? It very well might be. Of course, it's going to start off with the, bi-weekly, talking about Angel's history and history with Buffy. This time it's going to be acted out in a little play with Cordelia and Wesley. And of course, Angel's going to show up on this again for a little awkwardness and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know I've said it before in other shows. I don't know another series that has to keep repeating its history to the audience as much as Angel or Buffy has to do.
But I really like this bit. This bit was hilarious.
Yeah, when he's just about to bite Cordy and stuff like that, overacting the hell out of it. And Wes is right in there. You expect Cordy. Cordy's a professional actress. Although I don't know if she's ever gotten paid for the acting, but she has always said that she was a professional actress. Wesley isn't supposed to be, and he was right in there. He got into the character of the whiniest parts of Angel. Now, all that settled, great. There was also whole talk in the last episode about, not leading Fred on. Tell her everything or whatever, it's going to be fine. What you are, what this has to be. First thing he does is lead Fred on. Let's go. Only friends. What's that scene from? Is it Happy Gilmore? Friends can skate to endless love in the dark.
Yes.
Friends could take friends for an ice cream date and a romantic stroll through the sewers in Angel. It's just a friendly thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does it with Gunn all the time. So they're gonna notice all these purple crystally things while they're going there. Angel's getting a weird vibe out of it. Says, "You know what? You get the heck out of here. I'm gonna take care of all of this." So before the stinger for the credits come, you see an ominous head rise up. It's like, oh boy, Angel's gonna be in a lot of trouble here. We get back to the hotel afterwards. They tease that Cordy hasn't had a vision in a while, and it's true. It's been quite some time. Talk about that more in the next episode. Now, they have to mention this weird device that Fred's had to make that's just sitting around in the middle of the floor there for some reason. Not sure what it does. They guess that it either decapitates folks or it makes toast. Why would they keep saying make toast with this? It doesn't have a plug. For one thing, it's tougher, and also it's made of wood. You know what I mean? I haven't. Now I've said, you say I'm 44 years old, and I'll take it. In my 44 years, Ferris, I've never found a wooden toaster. Have you?
No.
No. I would say incredibly rare.
A wooden panini press? Yes.
You've seen a wooden panini press?
Yes. I'm not. Waffle maker. But no, I digress. Don't they have enough money to buy like a $20 toaster, like $10 toaster or something?
I don't know why they just keep saying it's either that or a toaster. They say it twice, so there's like, I think in their head, whoever said it, I can't think it was Gunn who says it once. Is like, I think he really may think it could toast something, which is strange. So, Fred's parents show up now. I like how they do this, where they kind of red herring the parents as evil, just because the show, like in the universe, doesn't have the greatest history when it comes to introducing a parent on the show. Willow's mom, of course, affected by maybe the Hansel and Gretel, the demon of it all. Of course, Tara's parents, not great. They really bashed down Buffy's dad for a while there. He's not a great person in the show anymore. So you never know if they're going to be evil or not. So something
you don't see Xander's parents.
You will see Xander's parents, and you'll see them this season.
Okay, well until this.
But
okay,
you hear about them. Not great. You hear about
them. Thank you for the spoiler alert, Rob. Thank you.
Well, you finally get to see one of the main characters' parents, the only one you haven't seen. Yeah, it's not like it's Norm.
Cordelia's parents are criminals, especially her father.
Yeah.
And Gunn has no parents.
Nope.
And Wesley was born 30. So
and don't even get started about what Angel did to his. So all this is going to come to a head later on.
No, exactly. What he did to we don't really know if Angel's parents were bad parents because we just know that he killed them.
We see in the one episode where he's like,
doesn't he beats Angel, right?
No. He's just disappointed that his son was drunk. He decides then to go evil.
That's a good point.
And then he eats his dad and his mom and his sister.
Yeah.
So he's not. You know what? Not a great son.
Not a great son.
You know what? I think Angel should get grounded for that.
Yes.
If he had any parents left, maybe that's why he was scared. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go to my room for this. Forget it. Might as well just kill them all. Which is a terrible thing. A terrible way to fix your problems, if you ask me. Okay. I do enjoy that the Fred's parents actually hired a competent detective agency to track down where Fred lives. Now, something about I can also say this: since Fred came back this whole season, You would wonder why she would just hang around this hotel and never try and contact any family. You figure she's only been gone 5 years. It's not like she's been gone centuries or anything like that. It's been 5 years. Try and get a hold of somebody. You're going to find out that, well, she sort of actually did, which is good. It wraps up that whole thing nagging in the back of your brain. Uh, you know, Angel's going to come in with a severed head.
I do like this scene, though. I do like this scene where, like he said, where he does say, like, "Oh yeah, she's here." And like that scene's hilarious, and the awkwardness of him walking in with that head, trying to pawn it off as paper mache, and he's an actor or creator of horror movies. That was pretty funny.
When has he ever brought home a trophy? That's all I'm gonna say.
Never,
like the first time, it's like, oh, I'm really in that. Look how well this head got severed. Like, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm just gonna bring this back, keep it at the hotel. What a wonderful thing for a potential client to see. A gross looking decapitated skull. That's we could just put it. Maybe you could put it right at the front desk. You know what I mean? As a warning to others. Keep those kind of demons away. Anyways, maybe you know what I mean. We get all kinds of little things that the parents talking to each other and stuff like that. It's like we're gonna have to call them in sooner than we thought, just to give that little bit. Like, oh, maybe these are gonna be shifty folks. You know what I mean? No, they were doing was like, I think these people may have kidnapped our daughter. We may have to call the cops, which is you could see how they could think this way.
Back to back episodes with a misdirect, a red herring, back to back, right? First, we're thinking it's the creepy old toy maker in Buffy.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
and then boom, this one you're like, she's running away because she runs away from them.
Yes. Which seems strange. It also like, okay, she got away. She went to Los Angeles for a reason, just to get away from her parents, and now they tracked her down and stuff like that. They're also with the group or whatever, though. Them coming in there and saying, that they want their daughter and stuff like that. How was that the Angel Investigation's problem? Like, we didn't kidnap her. We can take you up to her room. It's not locked. Like, she can come and go as she pleases. Like, what are you guys doing here? She's a 20-something, I'm imagining, year-old lady. She's no longer a little kid. She can do whatever she wants here or whatever. Well, we're gonna also get a good line or whatever coming up here. Whenever Angel's ego gets bruised and he gets upset by that, it's always going to be good. Especially if it's just Cordy using a throwaway line like "big fat hero." He tells that he's.
I'm not fat.
You think I'm fat? All right. So I felt, we're gonna be, we talked about it. It's been an easy feeling about parents in the Buffy, the Vampire Slayer universe here. Now there's gonna start talking. Well, we talked about Tara's family and stuff like that too. The same kind of stuff is happening here. It's like, well, we're gonna go find Fred. What is she like? So if you remember when I think it's Family. That's the one where Tara's dad and brother and cousin come by. It's also Tara's birthday, so they're trying to think of things that Tara likes to give her, and they have no idea. It's like Xander says, the only thing I know that Tara likes is Willow. And of course she says, Giles later, she's a witch, and you guys are in a magic shop. Just your foolishness. Now, these guys have hung out with Fred for how long? The only thing the only thing that Gunn knows that she likes tacos. She's a taco girl.
It's a good starting point.
Yep. And then of course there's also the library, the only other place that they know that she's worked at and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's not said on the show that she goes back to the library quite a bit. So anyways, what she does end up going is Lorne's place and everyone should have thought about this before.
Absolutely.
Now, he's not welcoming Fred right away, which is, I think, pretty rude of Lorne. It wasn't her that destroyed Caritas. You know what I mean? He knows that she's panicked. He's supposed to empathize, you think, anyways, with how she's feeling. He can feel what she's feeling. He has a lot of self pity going on at the same time. It's not a good look for Lorne. At least it doesn't last very long, which isn't, you know. But we also get another little misdirect, and that's coming from Lorne when he says, "I know what you're going through, and I know why you're running, but the question is, why aren't you running far enough?" Like, what is that? I don't understand that.
Yeah, they really made it. They really made it like that's why I was so confused at the end where, well, we haven't got to the point where like it's all like happy go lucky where it's like, why do they blow it up so negatively?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The Lorne thing just doesn't make sense. It's like he just say your parents, honestly love you. Like he should be able to feel that inside her. You would think, even through her poorly done row your boating. Maybe he's just let's you know what, Dr. Snark. I'm gonna talk for a second. A clinical psychologist, probably an official doctor by now of it. Maybe he's transferring some of his parental issues onto poor Fred.
Yeah, because him and his mother did not really get along.
Did not. Yes, she would. She wishes death upon him. I think quite famously. Now, back at the investigations, her dad brings up a very valid point. Something that either one of us could have asked at this point. What is a physicist doing working for a detective agency?
Well, we forget that she vanished into another dimension, so she hasn't done physics in a while.
Yeah, she's gone through some changes.
Yes,
you could say that.
But he doesn't know that, so that's why he asked that question.
Yeah. He's you want to ask whose fault it is going through the changes and stuff like that. You could have gotten thrown in his face. Anyways, they said, well, they finally figured out, oh, she needs someone to talk to. They're gonna go to Caritas. They get to Lawrence here, and he wonders why there's such a small entourage with them this time, and then questions Gunn directly, why doesn't he just bring his friends over? That's a wonderful little scene here, a little chef's kiss from Lorne for just being petty at Gunn. Gunn deserved it, and he's like, I think I should go wait outside, and Lorne's like, yeah, you should go wait outside here, pal. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Now, they're wondering, why is the bar up and running? Even if he has insurance. Well, one thing is, if he had insurance, they should have had guys in there cleaning it up. I'm going to talk from personal experience here. Over a couple of times, the things have happened at the bar, including a couple of months ago, and we're still waiting for stuff to get done in the basement for the office. Things take time. Things take time. But, what else does he do? Like, at least you would figure he would clean up just so he lives there. He clean it up a little bit just so you can.
Well, upstairs is probably clean. It's just the downstairs is not clean.
Yeah, but you're gonna go through there. You're gonna see it and stuff like that. It would drive you bananas. At least it would drive me bananas. I wouldn't want to do that. So there you go.
Yeah,
that's another difference between Lorne and I. He also has what does he say? His heart is in his left butt cheek, which just doesn't seem.
Seem great. Seem very good. Does seem very good.
Better to have his heart there than his nose. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Or his taste buds. So, good to see Fred is taking off and stuff like that. Where did Fred go? She went, I guess, to the bus depot.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this particular bus depot looks quite a lot like the hotel lobby. Very nicely done mosaic on the floor here. she kind of freaks out a homeless
man.
dude by going through pie and stuff like that. Poor Fred, just socially awkward, even with the homeless people. Where if she can't fit in with homeless people, where's she supposed to fit in? If you ask me. Parents finally see her, and now we're gonna get of what they could have said about why she was afraid of her parents and stuff like that. They went for the gut wrenching. It's like, yeah, okay, we can get it and stuff like that. It's like, she coped by just making sure that everything that happened in the last 5 years was make believe. Like, her parents couldn't save her and stuff like that. And if they saw her, then she'd have to come to grips with everything that's happened to her, all the trauma that she's had over the last 5 years. And now that she's, it's all gonna start coming and stuff like that. And you can see like these guys aren't monsters at all. They're very supportive of Fred. Very emotional stuff. I know that Ferris, you said to me you went to bed crying, and you haven't really stopped for 2 days, and it gets better on the other side, buddy. That's all I'm gonna have to say.
It's a beautiful episode. Beautiful episode.
Now, there's gonna be a bug who had been watching Angel do all this stuff in the sewer when he was looking around for these crystal things. It's going to show up here at the bus station. Now, all the nice things we're going to say about this episode, about the relationships and stuff like that, all fantastic. Then there's the bugs enemies moving so with that weird slow-mo. It's like because I don't know if they just
kind of disorienting a little bit.
Yeah, how it kept moving and stuff like, and then when it would fight, it'd be just somebody in a suit bringing its arms up and down and stuff like that. But when you would have it move because they're doing it stop motion, could they only afford a few pictures of it? They couldn't afford to do it so that it looked more natural. And it happens not every time. There's one time when it's just leaving at the very end that looks a little bit more natural. But you would see when it's fighting and stuff like that, and it would turn. It just takes you out of the story. It's not great. Anyways, big fight's gonna happen here. Fred's folks take all of this pretty well. Now they've already been introduced to a paper mache severed head. They met a feller with horns that wears eyeliner, which can be concerning, I guess, to someone in rural Texas. Now a bug person's running around causing trouble. We get it, and it's brought up earlier that Fred's mom, isn't a doctor or a nurse. She's a bus driver. Cordy has a thing where she's heard of them and thinks they're very nice. It's like, oh, Cordelia. What's also concerning, her mother steals a bus. Now she does this and squishes or has the blood splatterize.
Yeah.
Now, which is nice. Purple bug guts everywhere. It was bad. She stole that bus.
And you know what? Good on her. But it felt kind of weird that
who leaves the bus keys in the bus depot just like that?
What if that bus was already turned on by the bus driver guy and she told him to get out of the way? I got to go save my child.
Or maybe the guy was, pulling into the bus depot or bringing it to the garage because there was nobody on the bus. And he sees the bug guy and he shrieks. He shrieks in terror like a little terrified girl. He runs and she's like, I got this. Time to save the day. Floors it. So I was also wondering who's gonna, before you see her coming out of the bus, who's gonna go that fast in a parking lot? For God's sake, it's not safe.
But honestly, man, the entire
lucky it was a bug and not just some random kid or that homeless.
You know what? The bug thing kind of threw me off. It just happened out of nowhere. I don't get it. It just popped up out of nowhere and it threw me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thrown off.
I guess they had to have something. It couldn't all be, so rosy. This is a television show about a vampire with a soul. You gotta have a couple monsters in there. I guess.
You're right. You're right about. That's a good point. That's a good point.
You gotta do something. So, anyways, you can see over at the hotel now that head is out, and they're going to be looking at that. Just you can see some crystals on the head. They make it very predominant. You can see Fred like checking these things out, or Gunn. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, Gunn this entire time, even though he works there, even though he knows Angel and everyone and the rest, he believed that that severed head was paper mache. He didn't understand that they made up the story so that they didn't worry the Burkles.
Yes.
I think that's as concerning as anything else that's ever happened in the show, where he just
completely shut off his brain. He's like, what are you talking about, dog? We lied.
Yeah. And by now, Fred's parents have the entire story. Mm-hmm. They know about Angel. He's a vampire with a soul. They're all good. They're all good with everything. They are, maybe the most, patient and well-mannered people you'll ever meet. Mm-hmm. But he is going to equate blood drinking with fruity European beers.
A real man's man right there.
Like a Miller Lite is.
Oh, come on! You think he's a Miller Lite guy now, Rob? He's a full, Miller time guy. No light.
They're all light.
No, Miller.
I'm going to say this: it's an American beer. They're all light, for God's sakes.
Damn, that stink.
It's not great. Yes.
There's this one bar in San Francisco that sells proper German beer.
How proper?
Like you'll get drunk after one of the beers.
I know like Erdinger can go high test and stuff like that, and there's some others that are go high. I know there's beers here in Canada like La Fin de Monde, which are pretty high. La Fin de Monde, of course, meaning end of the world.
Oh wow.
Fairs. Yeah, but a 10% beer is pretty high. It's not the greatest to drink. Let's just say this: you can get proper beers.
That's what my friend told me because he went with our friend Gavin. They went and got some they're having finger foods and fries, and they got the beer and they got drunk. I mean, it's the middle of the day too. I was like, wait,
you guys are American.
Well, they were also unemployed college students, so of course they got drunk at 1:00 in the afternoon.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, if it's gonna take one real beer or whatever to get you drunk, it's like, oh yes, Americans, they need.
Hey man, I don't drink.
They got a season. They got a season. Their liver just isn't seasoned. Proper drink.
Probably them too. Probably they were probably also too lightweight. So
I keep saying this, but I think American beers, just for the alcohol wise and stuff like that,
it's not good.
It's about the same as like you have here in Canada. You guys, the weight is just like one is.
It's
like I'll say like in America, if it says 3%, in Canada it says 4.5 or 4.7. It's just because one is done, the alcohol is done by weight, and the other one is the alcohol is done by volume. It's just done two different ways. I think it's the exact same thing, but everyone has it.
I think most American beer is just the hops water.
Yeah, it's not great. There's a joke about.
You're a Guinness man, Rob. Are you a Guinness man?
I don't really like it. It's like drinking. It's like drinking a stale. It's like a stale.
Don't split the G, Robert.
Loaf of bread.
What's your go-to beer? Is it blood?
I don't drink beer. I used to. I used to. Now I just drink blood. I drink human blood. No, I stopped drinking beer a while ago. What was my go-to then? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like draft, so I would, if you had something on tap, I would go for that. Usually like to get whatever I could imported. Just, 'cause it's fruity, I guess. Canadian beers.
What's your go-to now?
There's no just. I drink Ryan soda.
No.
So there you go. Or I'll have a scotch. Or or seltzers, I guess.
Do you fall asleep after drinking? Do you fall asleep after drinking the scotch? Because I heard hard alcohol be putting people to sleep, like Angel's blood.
No, not scotch. But after if you have like a cognac or something like that after dinner, that could put you to sleep for sure.
Because someone said the most unrealistic part of most movies is when they're pouring scotch or cognac in a meeting and everyone is still awake after 30 minutes. And I was like, oh,
no, they'd be fine. Yeah. It's a 1 ounce shot of scotch is the same as 1 ounce shot of vodka. It's the same as 1 ounce shot.
Oh no, they weren't. They weren't doing shots.
Yeah, well, like I say, like 1 ounce is 1 ounce.
Yeah.
The only difference would be it's some tequilas. A couple of dark rums can go up to 45. Gin is usually 45 or higher. Gin actually has more alcohol than tequila usually. So, yeah, scotch is just a 40% alcohol. It's like anything else.
Yep.
You know, it's just in your head, the other stuff. So, anyways, we're going to say this. Fred's parents, all very happily.
Seem like good kids.
Yeah, there's no family eating monsters around like that, but Fred decides she's going to go home. She doesn't see where she quite fits in. Her parents are happy, but they're happy that she came to that decision, which is again what a great set of parents. They paused what they felt or what they wanted, and they wanted what was best for Fred. And so Fred says, okay, that's enough. I'm going to go home. So, Fred's going to repeat her story again, then say her goodbye to everyone, leaves. But in the cab, she's going to notice in her clothes that there's a bunch of these crystals on it. Until she's got to head back. So we're going to have a little bit at the back at the hotel at the Hyperion. The gang all discussing how they're gonna miss Fred and their parents, and I get it. Each of them should have their own parental issues, which we get, and we've already covered those. Fred just has normal, loving parents, and it just feels so out of place that it's really refreshing just to see a good couple of people coming in, and they absolutely love Fred, and they seem absolutely fine with their friends and stuff like that. Great stuff. We then see Angel's severed head, starting to, come back to life. It seems it's starting to get a little bit animated here. Good news, Ferris. It doesn't come back to life.
No, it doesn't.
Bad news, Ferris. It's filled with those
cockroach bug babies.
Cockroach bug babies. So, out of nowhere, through all this loving of the Burkles, Cordy says she isn't going to miss Fred, and then makes fun of Angel for saying that she hopes she comes to visit. Where did this come from? That threw me off. That's a Cordelia Chase thing for sure. That isn't the Los Angeles style Cordy that's ever since she said the visions has been a different lady. That is Sunnydale Cordelia there popping her head out for even just a brief moment.
Absolutely.
Really took it out of he was like, hey, lay off the Fred hate here. What did Fred ever do to you? Ridiculous. Now, we're going to see the slow-mo monsters back again. Yeah, this time there's a few more of them to take on. Fred is going to arrive just as all this stuff starts. Turns out that thing that she built was not a toaster or a waffle maker like you thought it might have been. Ferris?
It was an axe throwing machine.
There's like a pedal on it, which I guess not one of them noticed. Also, there was an axe just sticking out of it. I don't know how they couldn't have noticed that either. Anyways, she doesn't even adjust the thing. She just pushes the thing down, and it goes right into that severed head, opening it up. And this is where you see all those bloody cockroaches, which was not cool. Anyways, the monster sees all its little kids inside, and all of a sudden everything changes. And this is when the leaving with the gathers up this head nest thing it has, and it takes off. This is where you actually see it moving without.
I was watching Men in Black a couple of days ago. Men in Black a couple of days ago, and Men in Black 1 with the bug, man, that was just nasty, man. Just gross.
I saw like the first 2 Men in Blacks, I think, in the theater. I've never seen another one. I've never seen them again. It's not like I didn't like it. It was fine. But it's just nothing I never went back to. Now, Fred has explained to them all how she figured this all out. How she, how she Scooby-Dooed it. It turns out it was just from noticing the bug goop crystals on the severed head and then her sweater. Okay. All right. She's the scientist, not me. That's all I can say.
She is a physicist.
Yeah. So, gang's all impressed by Fred, and now she tells her parents, you know what? Uno reverse. I'm going to stay right here. She wants to stay. Her parents knew she fit in, but they hoped that she wouldn't figure it out. But, they're fine with it. They're absolutely fine that she's a grown-up and has made a grown-up decision. And why couldn't we just have a spin-off show called The Burkles, where, even if they just put a tag on the end of every episode for 2 minutes with the Burkles, just them talking about something nice every day. What a fantastic world we would have lived in, but we didn't.
They're the Burkles.
You're just nailing it today. Nailing it. We'll sing a little Traffic.
Yeah.
Make up your own songs for shows. Again, fantastic stuff. So everyone's going to pitch in to paint over all the craziness that was happening in Fred's room. It's time. It's time for her. She's
writing her theorems and her, all that jazz.
Yeah, all the stuff that was going on in Pilea. And she's done with it. Everyone helping except for Cordy, of course, who did not help at all. She went to go get pizza or something like that. And then at the end, you'll see Fred is going to be the one to paint over the horse picture of her and Angel. She's moved on even from that, and it's about time.
Good for her.
What a great, fun episode.
Tremendous episode all around, in my opinion.
Wholesome as all get out. Speaking of wholesome, next episode is Billy. As wholesome as misogyny and violence towards women can get. Yeah, it's a real kick in the teeth after this episode, but most would be. We'll talk about it next time we talk Angel on the Friday edition of Rewatchers Council. You got you to sing us out last time, Ferris. I don't want to put you on the spot, so I would just prefer you rhyme us out with what you're going to be doing coming up on the good old Let's Get Ready Network. And I'm going to make sure you're rhyming.
Today at 5 o'clock.
You're singing. I want just rhymes.
I can't rhyme. I'm sorry. There's no rhyming. There's no rhyming. Sorry.
All right, fine.
5 o'clock Pacific. Good Friends, Better Rivals on our sports channel. Me and Caleb are talking the first week of training camp. NFL.
I was waiting to see if you had a couple. I was like, what? I was like, what is he gonna like? Is he gonna rhyme flannel and channel? I was thinking maybe that's gonna be the way he's gonna be. Okay.
The Lions they're all already hurt. The entire defense already.
Well, hurt at best.
Yes. Hurt and arrested.
Yeah, hurt at best. Oh my gosh. All right. My NFL fandom always seems to shoot me in the foot. Now, next week's a big week. Rewatchers Council. Once more with feeling coming up on Thursday, and then we're going to talk about Billy. Next Friday on the show, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Say in the words of Mr. and Mrs. Burkle, blessed us their presence in this episode. I'm sure they would want you to like and subscribe. And make sure you see us all again next time.